better now. I'm gonna own my dreams with Ona Brown.
We have two very special guests in the studio here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Amsu. Now, am I pronouncing it right? Amsu?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Dr. Amsu and Dr. Amun?
That's correct.
Neb.
That's correct.
All right. Dr. Amsu is chief of the Amazigh region of Southeast of the Aboriginal Republic of North America, Native American tribal government. Dr. Amsu is a fully licensed, certified naturopath doctor. I want you guys to remember that word, a naturopath doctor and cosmobiologist under the jurisdiction of the ARNA Health Ministry. And he is practicing diagnosis and healing in Georgia for the past 6 years. Powerful bio.
Thank you.
Powerful bio.
I do try.
Seems like you've been slacking off a little.
You say he's got some room?
I'm just kidding. No, it looks like you've been making us real proud.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, I've got to ask you a question.
Did you introduce both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
I must have missed it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Amon shares the same bio as me, basically.
Both of them are in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
Both of us have the same background with the biocosmology or cosmobiology and the naturopath practice.
For our listeners that don't know, what is cosmobiology?
Okay, cosmobiology is the system of diagnosis that is ancient, but is the most accurate, and we absolutely brag this. It's the most accurate form of diagnosis and etiology on the planet. Etiology is basically finding the root cause of any disease or malady. And because basically when you are born,
yes,
the date, place, and time of your birth will determine your electromagnetic bio predisposition. That means that basically there are 12 systems of the body. The 12 systems of the body correlate exactly to the 12 what we would call zodiac constellations. When you are born, there are positions of those constellations. There are positions of the planets, including the sun and the moon.
That's deep.
Now, anybody who believes in the Creator, you know that that nothing happened by accident.
Right.
So law comes from the Creator, and cosmos means law or order. It actually means order. So everything is in its right place. So when you were born, the way how the planets were aligned and whatever constellation they were in at that point gave you a electromagnetic and biochemical predisposition. That means that you were born with certain strengths in certain systems of your body, and you were born with certain what we call intrinsic weaknesses. We can determine from your intrinsic strengths and weaknesses, or from your weaknesses, should I say, what conditions, if you do not treat your body correctly, what conditions you can actually,
come down with, right?
Come down with, right? So it's, as I said, it's the most powerful, the most accurate, and it's also ancient. So if you've ever seen Freemasonry symbol,
yes,
the Freemasonry symbol has an actual practical reason behind it, and it's the square and the compasses.
Yes.
They are cosmologist tools, so they were used to plot the stars,
the constellations.
So
yes.
So you have a physiological predisposition, and you also have a psychological predisposition. The physical is by the square. The psychological is by the compass. Right? So you have infinite and definite and indefinite, or infinite, right? Or finite and infinite.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
So you have physical and you have mental. So the psychological side we also do, but because our people are in such a bad state because they're not looking after themselves, we have with the AMA Health, which stands for Aboriginal Medical Association.
We're going to get to that.
It's our duty, it's our responsibility, it's our mission to, eradicate the red tape and bureaucracy that is put upon our people by physicians who have taken this oath, Hippocratic oath.
Right.
And Hippocratic sounds a lot like hypocrisy to me. We are basically pushing all that hypocrisy and the political or, political aspects behind medicine that is all commercial. We're pushing that to the side and we're getting to the root cause of diseases, and we are, eliminating the root causes. Some people will like to say that's curing.
Right.
But, curing is to eradicate something forever. There's no such thing really as a cure, because if you fall into the same habits,
yes,
it's like, you give up smoking. That doesn't mean that you're cured from smoking, because if you pick up another cigarette, it means that that you're smoking again. So, that's the same with your medical condition. If you have a condition, we can eradicate the root cause and eliminate all the symptoms, get rid of the condition, but it can come back if the same practices are, revisited.
So if I'm listening correctly, what you're saying is that you can, through your system, you can identify what behaviors are causing a person to experience certain conditions. You can locate that, identify it, and then create a system to eradicate that behavior so you don't take on that symptom or that illness.
And via behavior, we mean, dietary practices.
Right. And this all can be done without taking any blood or any scans of the human body. Just simply giving us the time, place, and date of your birth.
I love it.
And our system, like the brother just said, is 100% proof.
Right.
It's there's no shadow for doubt in it at all.
Right.
So AMA mission at this point is to now bring this out to the world.
Right.
To let everyone know, especially within our people, we don't have to suffer and be scared when we hear words like cancer.
Right.
Diabetes.
Heart disease, which is the number one killer.
Prostate cancer for the brothers, men, and fibroids, cysts.
Yes.
For the women, breast cancer for the women. All of these medical terms that strike fear
in the hearts of people.
In the hearts of people once they hear that from their doctors, etc. Well, we just want to let people know that there is a solution, and AMA Health. This is why we're here to bring the remedies.
I'll tell you why I love what you guys are saying, because there's that old saying that from back in the day, there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
And we tend to believe that our way of diagnosing things today is the way, and it's the latest, and it's the state of the art. And the reality is that that saying still holds true. There's nothing new under the sun, that there are better ways, more natural ways to diagnose and treat the human body.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So if you have a question, you can call in at 404-355-8699. That's 404-355-8699. We have two powerful physicians here, or doctors. Is that... How would I?
Either or.
Okay. And they are sharing some powerful information. So you want to definitely tap into this and get everyone and their mama to tune in, because this is going to get better, more better at 404-355-8699. We'd love to hear from you. And this is very interesting information.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. We'll be back with more right after this.
Right after this.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Christopher Martin, the Fashion Plate, and you're listening to Own Your Dreams with Ona Brown.
There. I was on Facebook the other day, and I noticed that there was a conversation between two people about how much they love the show Own Your Dreams with Ona Brown. And one of the actual gentlemen said that he would love to be able to advertise his new business on our show. However, he thought that the rates would be way too expensive. Well, guess what? That's not true. We have great rates. That's right. I'll repeat, great rates. So if you're interested in actually providing providing advertisement for your particular product or service to our listeners, please do call us as soon as time permits at area code 305-999-5556. That's 305-999-5556. And we'll have someone find out what the best package is for you, your product, and your service. Make it a great day.
This is Stacey J, and I'm owning my dreams on the Ona Brown Show on Love 860 AM.
Higher and further, I'm better now. I'm gonna own my dreams with Ona Brown. Going higher and further, I won't slow down. Gonna own my dreams with Ona Brown. Going higher, further, better now. I'm gonna own my dreams with Ona Brown.
You know, this has been a lifelong journey. You know, it started off with a spiritual journey, and along the path of the spiritual journey, it became more and more apparent that the body is the temple. The body really is your temple, and, you know, the way how you treat your body, it responds. It's reciprocal. So if you eat the correct foods, you know, like in the Bible, you have, in the beginning of the Bible, you have where people lived for extremely long times, and we're thinking, how no one can live for 900 years? Yeah. You know, you ever thought that?
Absolutely.
You know, by the time we're 60, we're wrinkled,
you're mashed
and
up.
Yeah. You know? so you know, we have found that through proper diet, proper exposure to the sun, proper breathing and exercising, you know, the disease of aging will be eradicated, you know, through proper intake of, you know, electric water, electric foods, living foods.
The disease of aging. Did you catch that?
I caught it.
Aging is a disease. Like, in other words, it does not have to happen.
That's correct.
Okay.
Myself was a little bit more, it was on the same path, but a little bit more personal. I was getting sick at a particular time on the day, the time of every year, I will fall ill.
Like clockwork.
You know, like clockwork. And the symptoms was really bad. You know, I will be constantly throwing up. The fever in my body will go rocket high. I would just be dead to the world. You know, Brother Amsu could tell you, you know, I will be just lying there like I'm dead. Can't do nothing, can't say anything. And this would last for anything between 3 to 5 days. But it was going on for years and years and years. And I went to doctors, had blood taken. They were like, oh, you just got a virus or a bug. But my concern was for the rest of the year, up to this day and point, I'll be fine. But then come to the end of the year, at this particular time and date, bam, and I would just fall out. I sat down with people like Dr. Sabi and that. And,
love Dr. Sabi.
You know, that's our elder.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
You know, loving. But I wasn't getting
The answer.
Right.
And as you can see in the picture there, to me now, there's a transition.
Yes, there is.
There's the transition. So when we came across this information, you know, Amsu said, listen, let's do your chart. And it came up right there. The deficiency came up. Now, what was triggering it off was the diet, because it seemed, you know, and it was near Christmas, New Year. And what do you do near Christmas and New Year?
Trash.
Crazy.
Right.
Absolutely.
Drinking a little bit more that you would not
normally
drink and eating stuff and bam, bam. And with how the constellations and the planets and everything lined up, it came out. It was right there for us to see. Now, that was maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I changed and used the AMA method of remedying that. And like the brother said, I can say I'm cured, but I know if I go back, it's going to react again.
Right.
That sickness is going to come back. But since I've stuck to the program, and I'm sorry, I keep moving back.
That's fine.
As I stuck to the program, I haven't had none of the symptoms.
I can so relate to that more than you can probably imagine, because there was a time in my life where
around the end of the year, without fail, I would get so sick. And I would like have all these major flu symptoms, and I would be like out of commission for like maybe 3 weeks or so. Wow. And what I did was I just, everything that I would listen to from like, knowing the power of thought, knowing the power of what we're putting into our bodies, all the stuff that happened when my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer and they gave him 3 to 5 years to live. And that was over 20 years ago. The main thing that I did when I moved him into my place was say, we're going to feed life to the cells,
right.
And he did get the radiation seed implants. But in addition to that, we did a lot. I was juicing organic celery and organic cucumbers and ginger and lemon and all this stuff. So the things that I was doing for him, because I didn't want him to fall off and I knew he had to go the straight and narrow, I did it with him so that he wouldn't have to be alone. And I picked up a lot of those habits myself. And so I just started towards the end of the year. I always get very, like the last 5 days, I've just been juicing celery and juicing cucumbers and lemons. And I've been doing a lot of prayer and meditation. That's how I close out the year. That's how I go into the beginning of the year. And for the past probably 7 to 10 years, I don't get sick anymore at that time of the year. Right. So I know we can have a proclivity for things or have a disposition, if you would say, for things in our bodies. But if we are doing what we know we need to do, which is drinking gobs of water that's alkaline water, pH balance alkaline, hopefully. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but also kind of okay.
We'll go there.
We gotta come back there. But the juicing, the meditation, the walking,
that's correct.
Laughter. I was stressing myself out too. All these different things I found have really helped tremendously, so that I could feel better and not have to have that experience at the end of the year.
And just to think, AMA is going to take you even further. That step in health, even that much further.
Because the thing is, it's about being educated and making educated decisions about your body and your life. And that's what's missing, is that most people suffer from ignorance. Mm-hmm. I remember back in the day, there was an AIDS commercial, and the slogan was "Don't die of ignorance," and that rings so true to everyday life. That's a maxim. Most people die of ignorance because they have no clue what they're putting into their bodies. And people who shop at department stores, like your Walmarts,
yes,
the food that's sold. You can go into Walmart with your eyes closed, reach onto any shelf, and I guarantee you picking up poison. Mm-hmm. That food is poisonous.
Man, I got
Publix, Kroger's.
I got a post.
Why is everybody getting quiet? Everybody got quiet. Crickets.
Because it's true though. I mean, seriously.
I don't feel like the food in there is real food. It's not like they're a sponsor of ours, so I don't have to get nervous.
You're eating sugar, like boxes and boxes of sugar.
Right.
And it's not even whole sugar, like it's altered
because
sugar.
Because of it being genetically modified?
Well, that's it. There's genetically modified foods. There's foods that are, grown in nitrogenous fertilizers. We talk about oxygen and nitrogen. Nitrogen is our enemy. Right. And, there are foods that are seedless. And again, we take it to the Bible, Genesis 1, verse 29. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to eat from trees that are fruit-bearing with seeds.
Thank you.
Simple.
Black seeds.
I always wondered as a youth, how do you grow seedless grapes?
Right, exactly. Organic seedless.
Something is off in that statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Organic seedless grapes.
That's why I was so excited when Whole Foods just recently started carrying grapes with seeds. I was dancing in Whole Foods because, you go in there and you say, can I get anything with seeds? And it's hard to find. Yeah. They're really doing this thing with seeds. And we had a guest, a gentleman that represents the local farmers, and he was telling us about how they're trying to shut down our access to seeds and real food.
Well,
Hello, this is comedian Big Sean Larkins, and you are tuned in to the Ona Brown Show on Love 860 AM. Yeah.
Are you the person that people look to as a source of inspiration, motivation, and wisdom? Do you have a message in you that you would like to share with the world? Do you have a natural love for helping people? Would you like to touch some hearts, change some lives, and make some crazy money at the same time? Well, it's time that you do something about it. Call today and get registered now for the Ona Brown Speak Now training. Limited spots are available. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. This is your message. This is your time. Do something now. Call 305-999-5556. That's 305-999-5556. Or send us an email at info@onabrown.com. info@onabrown.com. The world needs your message.
Higher and further, I'm better